Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing? Man, Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Man, Antonelli here. So I am pumped about opening day tonight. Hopefully you guys will all be watching. We've got 7 p.m. in Washington. We've got the Nationals defending their World Series title against the New York Yankees. So let's go over the game. Let's talk about who we think is going to win. Put it in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to win tonight's game? Let's start off with the Yankees. Then we'll go to the Nationals. Then we're going to look at some numbers here on StatCast that I think are interesting. So first thing. Why do I think the Yankees are going to win? Well, they probably got the most fair lineup in baseball, other than maybe the Dodgers. They're healthy again, which is super important. They haven't been healthy in a while. They weren't healthy last year. They weren't healthy in spring training, but now they're back and they're healthy again. Everybody in the lineup can basically hit a home run. They've got crazy power, 1 through 9. They are tough to get through if you're an opposing pitcher, having to get through that lineup time after time after time. Usually starting pitchers, the third time through is tough. For the Yankees, it's like first time through is tough. It's really, really tough to get through that lineup. And now they've got Garrett Cole, who's going to be on the mound tonight, one of the top pitchers in the league, led the AL in ERA last year, 2.5, led the big leagues in strikeouts, 326. So going to be really, really tough for the Nationals. Here's why I think the Nationals might win, okay? If they're going to win, it's all about Scherzer. He's going to have to dominate, which is tough, like I said, against the Yankees lineup. But last year, again, a really, really solid year. This guy's solid every year. 2.92 ERA, 243 strikeouts. He only pitched 172 innings, which was down a little bit, but he did finish third in the NL in the Cy Young race. So the question again with the Nationals is the offense. Are they going to score enough runs, right? You've got Rendon, who you lose him, super talented player. And so what are you going to do? They added Starlin Castro, which helps a little bit offensively. Does Soto make another jump this year? He was great last year, and he's super young. But, does the offense have enough to keep up with the Yankees' offense? That is the question. Let's look at some numbers over here now in StatCast. So the way I set this up is I just have it set on the leaders from each team for expected weighted on base average. So basically what this looks at, we're looking right here, okay? XWOBA. All right, so what these numbers look like or look at, it basically is taking the defense out of the equation. So it's just looking at the hitter and the things that the hitter can control. So, what is the exit velocity of all their hits? What is the launch angle? And then on certain balls that are hit, on the ground, little numbers and stuff, it'll look at their sprint speed, okay? So it's just taking the hitter into account. So if a guy hits a line shot that the third baseman dives at and catches, well, normally that goes in and out. But if you hit it hard enough on the right launch angle, well, then that will count for something when you're looking at expected weighted on base average, okay? So gives you a good idea here. You look at the Yankees, you see Judge leading the team right there, 399. You've got Stanton. He didn't qualify last year just because not enough at-bats. And then same thing with Ford. And then you got Luke Voigt. You got Gary Sanchez, Gio Urshela. You got Torres, which was a little bit lower than I thought. I thought he'd be a little bit higher than that. Again, if you're in red on this list, that means you're very, very good. If you're in blue, that means not so hot. So, and then we'll continue to go down here. I'll just show you the rest of the Yankees team there. And the lineups are not out yet. This is early in the morning, so we don't know exactly what the lineup's going to be, but just give you a good idea of their hitters. And then if we go over to the Nationals, you've got Howie Kendrick, who the guy just rakes. Guy can just hit. You got Juan Soto there over 400. And then you got Eaton, Turner, Suzuki, and then we'll just keep going down the list here. So that's what the Nationals lineup is, or at least their offensive players look like. And so Yankees, in my opinion, and you know what I just realized? When I'm looking over here at the Yankees, there's no DJ LeMahieu. Where's DJ LeMahieu? Is he not in here? I don't see him. Have I lost my mind? I don't know. I don't know why he's not in there. But anyways, he's not in there. So add him to the list. Another guy that can rake. Okay, so there you go. Offensive perspective. I got the Yankees. Now, if we go down here a little bit, so you got all these numbers. It's a really cool site to check out. But let's go to the pitching matchup here. So we'll start over here with Scherzer. Okay, so this is cool. Again, it lets you see what other teams, exit velocity against them is, their hard hit percentage, and then you've got the expected weighted on base average, expected batting average, expected slugging, and then K percentage and walk percentage. Again, all red, right? Doesn't walk really anybody. Strikes 35% of guys out. You can't hit the ball. You can't slug off them. You can't hit for an average off them. You can't get on base off them. You don't hit the ball hard and all this stuff. So obviously he's a dominant pitcher. If you look at his stuff right here, his four seam averaged 95 miles an hour. His cutter's 90. His slider's almost 86, and then you've got a 84-mile-an-hour changeup and then a 78-mile-an-hour curveball. I've told this story before. I faced Max Scherzer one time. He threw me 3 balls. I think they were cutters. They felt like they were 100, but they were moving. I took the first one. I took the second one. I took the third one. They were all down the middle. I went and sat down. I said, "What the hell was that? That guy, that guy's one of the best pitchers I've ever seen." I only saw him throw 3 pitches. That was it. That's all I needed to see. It was just hard to pick up. The ball was moving a lot, and it was really fast. And then you got Garrett Cole over here. So if you look at Cole, same thing you're going to see in the red. It's just crazy, right? Guys don't hit the ball hard off him at all. Expected weighted on base average, only 238, which is extremely good. Expected batting average, 184. Expected slugging, 317. He's striking out 40% of guys. He's only walking less than 6%. So, both pitchers outstanding. And then if you look at the four-seam fastball, 97-mile-an-hour four-seam. They got a sinker at 97. So Cole was a guy that was, when he was with the Pirates, he was more of a guy that was pitching on the corners and he was, sinking the ball more. And then when he went to the Astros, it was more, let's pitch up in the zone. Let's let your four-seamer ride a little bit here. And that's when he really became a dominant pitcher. It helps to have a 90-mile-an-hour or an 89-mile-an-hour slider, almost an 89-mile-an-hour changeup, and then he's got the basically 83-mile-an-hour curveball. So filthy stuff. And another fun fact for you, my last at-bat of my life in professional baseball was against Garrett Cole, and I struck out. So I have that on Garrett Cole. I don't have anything on Garrett Cole. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I can at least tell my friends that, and they can make fun of me. So that's what we got. So in the end, I'm going with the Yankees. I think you guys get that already. I'm going with the Yankees. I love Garrett Cole, as most people do. I just don't think the Nationals offense is going to be able to do enough to hang with a Yankees offense that I think, even though Scherzer's on the mound, I think they're still going to be able to put enough runs across. But let me know what you guys think. Who do you think is going to win? I am super pumped for this game tonight. I've been waiting a long time to watch baseball, as I'm sure many of you have, and so I'm pumped to go. So put in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. I've been super busy with Antonelli baseball lately, but now that the season's starting up, I'm going to start throwing out some more videos, and let's go. Baseball's here. We'll talk to you later.